Pretty fantastic display of fireworks there in Washington, D.C. Former special counsel Jack Smith testifying before lawmakers. He's in the hot seat testifying before Congress right now. We've been listening in throughout the day, and now we continue talking about some of the headlines that are developing. Let's think about this. It's the first time that Smith has spoken publicly about his previous investigations into President Trump. He filed 2 cases against the president. One focused on Mr. Trump's efforts to block the transfer of power on January 6, 2021, after former President Joe Biden won the 2020 election, something the president continues to say was rigged. The other case addresses this. You see the photos, classified documents found in the president's home at Mar-a-Lago. Here's some of Mr. Smith's words during opening testimony.
Our assessment of the evidence is that he is the person most responsible for what happened on January 6th. He caused what happened. It was foreseeable to him. And then when it happened, he tried to exploit it in furtherance of the conspiracy.
And you actually obtained indictments from a grand jury, right? You went to a grand jury and did something that the Trump administration has not been able to do as they go after their enemies. Their cases are being thrown out. You obtained criminal indictments against the president. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, so let's talk about what we're hearing so far. CBS News Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane live in Washington. Scott, what's standing out to you so far?
A couple different things. Let's start with the overall argument Jack Smith's making. It mirrors what he said behind closed doors. It mirrors what he said in his charging documents against Trump, but it's the first time he's had a chance to speak publicly about that historic case when he charged Trump with trying to overturn an American election. What Jack Smith is saying here is he had sufficient evidence to secure a conviction against Trump. That one of the problems he had was there was too much evidence to efficiently move through a trial, and he was still grappling with how to do so. That the witnesses he had lined up were Trump-supporting Republicans who are going to admit that they were pressured by Trump in a conspiracy to overturn the election, including in the swing states. What's more, he made the argument a few moments ago that the reason it was Trump and Trump alone charged in this conspiracy is because Trump was overwhelmingly the most culpable person in the attempt to overturn the election, and that there was victim intimidation and witness intimidation by Trump himself, including threats, public threats against those who'd be witnesses in the case. These are things Jack Smith indicated in his charging documents. These are things, Reed, that he has said behind closed doors, but now for the first time, America is hearing him say it aloud.
Yeah, and it really begs the question, what could be the legal consequence if this committee moves this up to the Department of Justice?
It's hard to see. It's hard to even envision what a charge against Jack Smith would be, although we know the White House and the president have been on social media trashing Smith today, and we've seen the president and the Department of Justice file cases against other critics of Donald Trump that were thrown out by grand juries or thrown out by judges before they could go to trial. That notwithstanding, the Republicans here are arguing that Jack Smith got some phone records of some Republican senators. They argue that is an overreach, that it was an abuse of power, that it was a politically motivated weaponization of Jack Smith's office. Jack Smith has responded to that accusation. So have some of the Democrats here today, saying that those Republicans for whom some phone data was sought were people potentially, if not certainly, called by Trump and Trump supporters before that pivotal certification vote, trying to get fake electors put on the House floor to overturn what America voted for in 2021.
Well, and to your point, what President Trump is saying on social media, among many words that he used to talk about Mr. Smith, he says Mr. Smith is a deranged animal who shouldn't be allowed to practice law. Scott MacFarlane, we'll let you get back to listening to his testimony today. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.